Hello drama lovers, welcome back to my channel. Breaking news. What happens when the private world of two of China's most beloved stars collides with the blinding spotlight of fame overnight? Zeng and Bai Lu went from admired idols to the center of a firestorm after a stolen kiss inside a car was caught on camera. Fans gasped, timelines exploded, and the entire C entertainment world held its breath. But is this just a fleeting scandal or the beginning of something real? When the first blurry photos hit the internet, nobody wanted to believe it. A grainy shot of a car parked in the shadows, two familiar silhouettes leaning close. And then, the frame that changed everything. Zeng, known for his clean-cut charm, leaning in to kiss Bai Lu, the radiant actress adored for her innocence and strong on-screen heroines. In seconds, Weibo lit up like wildfire. Hashtags carrying both their names soared into the millions. Some fans were cheering, screaming that their chemistry was undeniable. After all, the two had crossed paths before, sharing moments on variety shows and sparking rumors of subtle tension. But nothing had ever been confirmed. Until now. For Bai Lu's fandom, the reaction was mixed. Some felt betrayed, claiming their idol had hidden something from them. Others defended her fiercely, arguing that she deserved happiness beyond the grueling demands of the entertainment industry. For Joseph's fans, the shock was even sharper. He had always been portrayed as careful, private, almost untouchable. To see him in such a vulnerable, intimate moment, it felt both scandalous and strangely human. But let's pause here. Because behind this breaking story lies something deeper, something that every fan, every casual observer, and every critic must face. What does it mean to love a celebrity, to put them on a pedestal, and then watch them stumble into something as natural, as uncontrollable, as love itself? The truth is, both Zeng and Bai Lu are not just screen idols, they're human beings navigating a brutal industry. With packed schedules, relentless filming, and every glance monitored by millions, how rare must it feel to find connection, to find someone who understands the weight of fame, and yet sees the person, not just the brand? And that's why this kiss shook fans so deeply. It wasn't just gossip. It was a reminder that even the most polished stars have hearts that ache, long, and fall for each other in ways none of us can script. But if the kiss revealed tenderness, the aftermath revealed something harsher. Within hours, heated debates consumed online spaces. Was this staged for publicity? Was it reckless? Was it even real love, or just another fleeting romance that would end under the weight of public scrutiny? Before we jump to conclusions, let's go deeper into what unfolded next. As the photos spread, agencies remained silent. Neither Zeng nor Bai Lu rushed to deny or confirm the rumors. That silence was deafening. In the entertainment world, silence can mean everything. It can mean guilt, it can mean careful planning, or it can mean a desperate attempt to protect something fragile from the storm outside. Fans dissected every detail: the license plate of the car, the outfits they wore, even the time of day. Some pointed out that Bai Lu had been filming late nights, while Joseph's schedule aligned perfectly with the timing of the sighting. Others noticed how naturally they looked together, as if this wasn't some staged paparazzi setup, but a private rendezvous exposed without consent. Meanwhile, the narrative online began to split into two camps. One camp condemned them, arguing that idols had a duty to remain single in the eyes of their fans, to keep the fantasy alive. The other camp begged for compassion, reminding everyone that love, at its core, should never be a crime. This is the tragic paradox of celebrity culture. We crave authenticity, yet punish stars when they dare to show it. We demand chemistry on screen, yet recoil when it spills into reality. And Zeng and Bai Lu are caught right in the middle of that contradiction. For Joseph, This moment could reshape his carefully crafted image. The actor who once seemed untouchable is suddenly vulnerable. For Bai Lu, whose career is climbing fast with leading roles in beloved dramas, the risk is even sharper. A scandal can ignite fame, but it can also consume it. And yet watching them in that fleeting kiss, one can't help but wonder, was it worth it to them to risk everything, just for one moment of closeness away from the cameras, only to be dragged back under the spotlight? The silence from their team stretched for days. Each hour of no comment only fueled speculation. But maybe that silence isn't weakness. Maybe it's a quiet, defiant shield. Maybe it's their way of saying, this is ours. And we don't owe anyone an explanation. Still, the industry is unforgiving. And if the silence holds, the story will only grow louder. Which leads us to the most difficult question of all: what happens next? The next chapter in this unfolding drama is not written yet, but every sign points to a storm. For Bai Lu, brand endorsements hang in the balance. She is the face of luxury labels that demand flawless reputations. A scandal, even one rooted in love, could put those partnerships at risk. Agencies weigh public image like gold, and in this equation, emotions are often the first casualty. For Joseph, whose fan base thrives on his untouchable aura, the risk is equally sharp. Will fans rally behind him, seeing him as a man finally revealing his true self, or will some turn away, unwilling to reconcile the image of their idol with the reality of a man in love? But maybe the greater story here is not about contracts or fan wars. Maybe it's about courage. Because in a world where every move is dissected, choosing to love openly even when caught in secret becomes an act of rebellion. Look closely at the photos again. Beyond the gossip, beyond the grainy pixels, there is something undeniably real. Two people, in a fleeting moment, trying to hold onto something bigger than fame. That rawness is why the story refuses to die down. It's not just about Bai Lu and Joseph Zeng, it's about every fan who has ever dreamed of their idol's happiness, and every person who has ever longed for love they weren't supposed to have. And that's why the scandal cuts so deep. It forces us to ask, do we truly love our idols as human beings, or only as perfect illusions? As the debate rages, Joseph and Bai Lu remain silent. But silence itself has power. And sometimes, the absence of words speaks louder than any statement. Because whether this romance survives the storm or not, it has already left its mark. Maybe that's the bittersweet truth of this moment.